Well, this is it, baby. I am about to take off. It is 6:45 in the morning. I guess that don't matter. 6:45 in the morning in Lakewood, New York. I've been up since like 4 a.m. Kind of laid in bed for like an hour or so before I got ambulatory, as my dad would say. So yeah, there's the Ollies, you know, Tim Hortons over there. So the guy I was staying with, I don't know, the guy, like, he's older guy, you know, very into the Bible, and like he'll kind of like, you know, he doesn't really want me there, but he doesn't really not want me there either, you know, but he pretty much, like, I think it was Tuesday, so 3 or 4 days ago now, he was like, oh, you know, well, you're paid up till Thursday, so you should probably leave Wednesday. And I'm like, all right. He's like, my ex is coming back. So I'm like, all right, man, whatever. So then the next day I'm like, look, man, well, I'm paid up till Thursday, so I'm going to stay until Thursday. And he's just like, well, you know, there's snow coming, so, you know, you should probably, you know, there's snow coming, so you should probably just stay for a few days anyways. And I didn't have my paycheck, you know, and Walmart's been icing me out, or not Walmart, McDonald's has been icing me out, you know, only giving me a shift per week. You know, I'm still kind of like trying to make it off the little bit of money that I made when they were actually giving me shifts. But anyways, fucking coffee didn't come out great this morning. It's like, geez, you're gonna pay $2.69 for coffee. Can at least be good. Sheesh, man. So, I remember in Rhode Island it was like $1.07 for coffee, like maybe a year and a half ago. I remember like sometime in 2024 it went up to like $1.92. Now I'm like getting used to paying $2.67 and shit. But anyways, so the guy's ex shows up, and she's just immediately, she's got like 2 dogs, you know, she's like smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, you know, and I'm just like, wow, you know, this lady is way more annoying than I am. It just goes to show, you know, for lack of a better, just the power. I won't even call it privilege, just the power that that women have that men don't have, you know. We have other powers sometimes, but, you know, that's just like a uniquely, you know, some guys get that treatment, but, you know, I don't know. I guess women who wouldn't want to generalize would say that, oh, well, just some people, I know, it's like, yeah, okay. So anyways, then they'll go back to generalizing whenever they want. So anyways, I just got tired of the bullshit, you know. I was kind of tired of the way they were treating me at McDonald's. I was kind of tired of the way I was getting treated here. And shit just hadn't gone right. And I was stressed out because I didn't know if I was going to continue the journey or go back home to Rhode Island. Sorry, I'm used to not filming myself these days. Going back home to Connecticut, I mean. Or, which isn't my actual home, but it's where my partially estranged family lives, you know. And, you know, I just kind of decided, you know what, man, I should just take off now. So I finally got my money in like the middle of the afternoon yesterday, and I was like, fuck it, man, you know, let's just get out of here. So, that's what I did. I think I'm gonna I still have some footage I need to do here. I don't know if I'll be able to take advantage of this weekend because I just didn't get my money in time. But, yeah, I'm gonna do my thing here. Pack up a little bit. Then when the sun starts to rise a little bit more, I'm going to do some more filming around here in Jamestown, some of the Lucille Ball places, you know, stuff like that. And after that, I'm gonna film a couple music videos on the lake. I'm gonna go back up to, what's it called up there? Portugal? What the hell is it called up there? I can't remember what it's called. The second I turned the camera off, I remember. Barcelona, I'll have to cap cut and have twice the storage. So no, when Barcelona is the place right on Lake Erie here. That's why I was like Portugal, I just couldn't remember, you know. Spain, I just, you know, I'm getting mixed up, you know, it happens as time goes on and as more, you know, medication is consumed. But anyways, be that ethanol or cannabis. So anyways, I feel good, you know. I want to go up there and get some music videos. I'm disappointed because even just like 5-6 weeks ago, which makes sense, it's a decent amount of time, like even in early October, it was still beautiful foliage, could have got great. Now it's kind of, you know, look like a John Lennon and the Snow video, you know, which ain't the worst aesthetic, but you know, whatever. But I just don't know if I can let go of, like I could just go straight back, but it's like every time I go through this stuff, it's like I'll get my money, my life changes again. Wow, it's way darker than what is shown on the camera. Interesting. My life changes again, and it's like I almost have to do something for myself, you know, some artistic or exploratory type of thing, and then I'll get back to real life. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do all that. Go to Cleveland, do a couple videos in Cuyahoga Valley, get just a little more footage there, film the signs. They have these welcome to Cleveland signs that you can film there. That'll be cool. And yeah. After that, bro, I'm pretty much done, honestly. Yeah, and then I can head back from there. I don't know if I'll be heading back through Pennsylvania or through New York. At first, I thought I would just go straight to Cleveland, get that out of the way, then like ride the lake back and hit like Barcelona and some of those places, then go through upstate New York. But now I'm kind of thinking, you know, now that winter has sort of compromised things, you know, like, because things just look a little bit better when they're not dead and snowy. It has a certain type of beauty, but it just makes everything look the same, you know, because everything's covered in snow, which everything kind of looks the same when it's green too, but you know. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to do the itinerary, but I'll figure it out. I can't take too long. I can't spend too much. I wish it was, you know, Thursday or Friday morning and not Saturday morning, because it'll probably take me all day to do everything I need to do. And then, you know, but if there's like a Guardians game tomorrow, I could probably busk that. There was a guy that owned the studio in Sandusky that kept recommending that, so I might take him up on it, see what happens. So I'm cleaning up my car because of, you know, the malaise of the last few days. You know, waiting for the chance to get out of here has, you know, just kind of just got to where I didn't want to do anything but wait, because I didn't want to do anything until I finally could leave. So I picked up the car first. I was about to take the trash, and I realized I still have that spare tire in the back from when in Niagara, you know, they used the spare tire I got there when I hit that curb. They left that in the back for a spare. I tried to put it in my compartment, but it's only big enough for a donut. And I'm like, you know, and I just had a thing where my dad was telling me, why would you get away the spare in all your emergency? And I thought that was a little bit of an old school common sense thing, because to me, I just wanted the room. And I figured I can always call AAA anyways, because I just don't usually do my own tires. So that delays me because I call a couple of places trying to make 20 bucks off it, realize no one wants it. The only place that one place told me about was the same place that left it in my car that I just did the work at. So I just left it up on the block a ways. And but before I even did that, I come back in, and this guy, one of the things he does is he locks the door. You know, he doesn't like the shower having hair in it. He doesn't like me not putting the lid back up, and he doesn't give me a key either to lock the door. So it's like all of like I was feeling like the relief, and that's all coming back, but for a flash there, I was kind of feeling the emotion of like, oh, going from place to place, connection to connection, like all that, just letting people, just relishing in the people and letting it kind of like bring me down or whatever. And it's like, I don't like those head games if it's like, because people never want to come my way. And I know I do things wrong, and people use my guilty conscience and my kindness, you know, to kind of try to make me admit their perspective rather than my own. It's like, yeah, I can understand the things I did and the reservations people have, but I also want them to see the other perspective, that it's all like kind of petty, especially certain things like locking the door. So, you know, the reality of it, the rejection, if you will, kind of came and reminded me of other places I've done the walk of shame to and stuff like that. And you know what, brother? You know, I'm just like so happy, you know, still. And I don't think it was a mistake, but, you know, more learning. But the whole thing made me worried about giving the guy more money. And, you know, I'm happy I didn't. But, the locked door kind of put me in the thing where it was like, no, I'm definitely not giving any more money. And it brought down the whole, you know, so it re-motivated me. And now I am I forgot this laying off to the side because I knew I wanted to put my bedding down first, you know, because tonight I'll have to pick all this stuff up, so I want it on top of the bedding. So, but I forgot about this big backpack. So I think there's no electronics here, so I actually think I can just throw it right on top, which makes sense, actually. This does go on the top. There was no error because at night I put it, when I put the two seats down, I put that down here with the water usually, so, you know, it's a little bit interesting, I guess. But yeah, I'm just going to toss that on and start gathering my books, journals, electronics, and then I have 2 backpacks I gotta make up for. This is just like a storage backpack and reference backpack, archive. And then so if I want to do deep dive projects on the road, I can, you know. And then I'm gonna brush my teeth and bring over my toiletries and stuff, and that will be about it. I want to find somewhere that just get like some produce and like some cheese and black beans, so I don't have to worry about food for like another day at least or whatever. And then I'm just gonna keep going on my business and getting out of here. So I'm ready to go. I got my Leatherman jacket, keeping this for a cheap refill. Water, which I'm about to get more of. Amp between. There's one of my bags that I keep like receipts and stuff in, the poems, keep that to refill water, electronic bag. Oh, the other backpack's on my back, right? And toiletries here, you know, extra shoes and stuff down there, along with some extra virgin olive oil in a brown bag that I didn't know where else to put. I'm not going to be cooking, so the cooking stuff's in there. There is some cleaning supplies underneath this, just a little bit. It's actually not that bad. I cleaned it a little while ago. It does need to be vacuumed again, but it's still not that bad. Kind of always needs to be vacuumed. But... Alright, so there's your second backpack. Trash, a little bit of canned and closed food, a couple snacks. My thing doesn't stay down anymore, I have to tape it. Water, so gloves up there. I need to fix that over there too. There's the big bag I was telling you about. It actually wasn't hard. It just flopped right down. Another winter coat. My old computer that has its own keyboard that I do old garage bands on. It's rock and roll. So as I've said, oh man, I finally just cleaned it for the boy too, right before I left, for the man. So anyways, completely ready. And the thing is like, this is Lakewood, right? Over here's Cleveland, like Cleveland and Geneva on the Lake and like Canute Lake and Erie. Okay, and I'm over here. And then over here's Buffalo, but over here is like the stuff I want to go to for the music videos and stuff, you know, and then I go home, you know, this way to, you know, Connecticut. And it's like, once I go to Cleveland, I could do Pennsylvania. And once I go up there, so I'm like, should I go this way first, that way first? Should I not go this way? Should I just go through New York? So I got some choices to make. Backing out the driveway, it's 27 degrees, as you can see right there. Gas is like $3.30 a gallon in this area. Oh, snowed out. Let's go. And it's like 10:26 in the morning. So I did have some like shelter food left, but I couldn't even eat the crackers. So I spent 15 bucks on some food at Aldi's. Just some produce, some cheese, and beans for the next day. Another thing at that job was like that 20-year-old who was like the manager, who was like the only one that I could talk to, and you know, who I had the contact to, and who was like always like ignoring me when I was trying to know stuff about the job. Like she would be like have like a weird connection with the people who worked there and who were like higher up there and who had been there for a long time. She'd baby herself. It's just weird, but I kind of learned my lesson, which is that, you know, I don't know if I want to do kitchen work anymore. I think I'm going to have to find something else. So first up, we're going to do like the Lucille Ball stuff. Because she's from Jamestown, so is 10,000 Maniacs, you know, National Comedy Center. You'll see. So we'll check that stuff out first. And remember, the beginning of this video was like in September when I was coming in here. And I've since, you know, tried to work, come back here, a couple meltdowns, different things. And now I'm thinking I'm going home, but I'm not really sure. So I'm just getting footage and going around in the snow aimless right now. Well, there's like a running thing going on around me. I think that was the house right there. So I guess I shouldn't have come down right now. But I'm gonna get out of their way first. There's like a running marathon thing. But yeah, you see that? That's Lucy's house right there. So this is Lucy's school. Marathon's still going around the school too. It's a resource center now. Yeah, there it is. Oh boy. Friggin' resource center down there. That was her school though, Lucy's. But honestly, bless those people. It is slippery out here. But this is Celeron. This is the park for Lucy. Lucille Ball Park. This is like between Lakewood and Jamestown. See? Earlier I felt like you were seeing so well. Now it's like I don't even know if you can see anything. Be totally whited out. All the snow. There's Lucy here. Doing her thing. And it was not even Lucy. You got some splaining to do. Oh man, I did not think of that over the last 2 months. And of course, then it wasn't winter. And I've got some fun memories down here by this thing. I had a date who took me here. I said it off to me. You know, that I'd only really driven by or right up to it at that point. Yeah, we hung out. And there it is, the lighthouse too. That's pretty awesome. This is some Americana stuff. Coney Island of Chautauqua. Featured entertainment and rides here from 1894 to 1962. Babe Ruth hit baseball into lake before 1921 game. Cool. Got purple carpet set up there for the winner's ceremony. They're exhausted. They're spitting and stuff. Huh. They got the little purple carpet area over there. Like timers and stuff from the front. This is just more video of Main Street in Jamestown. See Bank of Jamestown, finger hair. It's a couple of spots. It's not totally dead yet. But, you know, it is like a cool little city. Check that out. Erie Railroad, New York, Chicago, baby. That's pretty awesome. And here it is, the little theater, Lucille Ball. Cool. What I got now is the SpongeBob Groundhog Day. This is a movie theater. I think all we got now is we got to go to the museum. They have a mural of Lucy and Hubby on the parking garage here in Jamestown. Alright, this is 4th Street. There's some one-ways, so I kind of lost my way going to the museum, the school church. Here's Main Street up here again. I'm about to get on. So here I am on Main Street. There we go. Which has the museum right here, of course. Alright. So this is kind of the main thing. I get it. Then there's another big mural over here. I'll show you too. Alright, we're on Main Street. There's another little mural. There is a lot of art and stuff down here. We're coming in. That's where we were a second ago. Remember Erie's Railroad. You can see the mural up there. Get closer. 31 Main. Wow. That's cool. It's by the Tim Hortons up here on this building. I think this is an apartment complex it's on. Alright. Hockey. Tim Horton culture. Well, there it is right there in the apartment building. Alright, now let's hit the Riverwalk in the Comedy Center in the arena. Wow. There's the river. Man, I can't run my navigator on portrait mode, and there's like these overpasses and dips and stuff that go around the river here. It's kind of tough. So if you miss a turn, it's bad. Should have grabbed my shades. This is the Riverwalk. The turns up there, like I said, especially not being able to have the navigation like up on the thing and landscape mode. Yeah, this is the Riverwalk. This is it in winter, obviously. I can't even see the screen. Oh, it's dreary, man. Cool little city, though. Not the worst. I like the people a lot here. There's the comedy shop. There's, I'm not sure who that is in that over there. That's pretty funny. And then there's the National Comedy Institute, of course. On the window side, sorry. Oh, pretty cool little building. Probably better than the Roman place in Austin. Screw that. Well, now we'll see Northwest Arena. Alright, so over here is Jamestown Business College. But here's Northwest Arena, like I said. Hockey sculptures. there's the chair. I was gonna sing that too. Get it. So that's the chair I was gonna sit on a big sewer. And here's Northwest Arena. It has like, I wish they did music here. Would it be cool to play a big gig to a few thousand people here? It'd be pretty awesome. Here's the sculpture. I drove by and I was like, let's actually walk out. Worth the effort. A real tuber, you know, you can even say it. Little hockey rink. I was gonna sing Petula Clark downtown on that big chair. Funny. Well, can't go to Panama Rocks. It's closed. I guess it's too cold. I'll have to check some of these places actually. There's a real fire going on right there. Holy shit, someone's fucking house is burning down, dude. All kinds of fucking run into it. Whoa. Wow. Place is actively burning down. I don't even know what it is. It might be a factory or something. It's a rough smell, man. Oh. So shout out to Chautauqua Art Gallery. I actually really like their style. I like these pieces they're showing right here. Especially those two humans right there. But yeah, all these are pretty good. I love that butterfly over there. It's pretty cool. Man, that place burnt down, dude. Well, that's all, Jamestown. Historic Hotel Jamestown. Cool, you know? So this is some old school shit, man. Fucking Chautauqua Mart. Finally, Chautauqua Comics. We're here. So this is cool, man. Operating comic book shop. Grab my wallet, though. Nice. Here I go. I've been into a comic book store in a long time, man. This is exciting. Bye, Lake Chautauqua. Gonna miss you. Well, trees are still in the way, but I just wanted to stop here and say goodbye to Lake Chautauqua. And yeah, it's called Northwest Arena. Over there in Jamestown. A hockey place because it's the northwest of upstate New York, which is funny because pardon me, it gets way thin as it comes into the western part of New York. More by to the lake. Bridge. Casino, huh? So I guess this is a big deal in the summer. Is where the little ferry would be. So this is the exact spot I found when I was here like 6 or 7 weeks ago. And now I'm gonna go do a music video in there like I wanted. And I think that's cool. Awesome. Whew. I'm finishing up the lyrics, doing another music video here. And I don't really know if I'll have enough light. Otherwise, I'll have to find somewhere to crash.